This is my first time doing a video, well, an art video with my voice featured. So, yes, today we're doing the first in the first episode of Study with Doki, which will feature eyes because I want to get better at doing eyes. I mean, the eyes that I draw are like these. An example here, which aren't bad. I like them, but they're not really the goal. The goal that I have is eyes that are like these. Moja underscore 00 and Zoomy 1254. I really like those types of eyes. The like glossy, shiny, blob-like eyes. But I also like stylized eyes that don't really have much of a form to them. I guess if you look at my chibi of myself, or rather of Doki Euphemia, you can see that like it's kind of wobbly eyes, and they're like what hearts and like the edges that are sharp, basically some type of defining thing that makes it look not like a regular, I won't say boring, but like a regular iris or pupil thing. Yeah, so today I'm gonna try to take the examples up there and incorporate it in my style of doing eyes. Okay, we're gonna start off. My process for drawing eyes is like very much like, well, my process for everything is sketchy. I don't really draw clean lines. I have to go back over and like fix them, which I guess props to people who can just actually line it like straight out of the gate without having to go back and like clean stuff. I'm not really able to do that. I have to constantly go over and erase things, which is kind of that's something I learned from because I used to take classes, well, I still do every now and then, take classes from Colosso, I think that's how you say it, and before that I used to take class 101 classes, and the person's class that like stuck with me was Gravity Dusty. When it comes to lining and like line weight, I am like, as you can see, I don't really, what is it? When it comes to line weight, my head is kind of like heavy, so it takes a lot to have like thin lines, so I mostly switch, as you can see, between erasing and redrawing over the line to try and make it like thinner and stuff. And basically what I learned from Gravity Dusty's class is that like in certain areas, if you add more, like if you erase and take away from and then add more there, that's what, kind of like a easy but more it's an easy like method. Oh my gosh, I'm messing it up. Easy method to add line weight without like doing it clean and perfect the first time. Yeah, this is how I normally do it now. Though, if I wanted to do the stylized eyes, where it's like the wobbly, this is what I would do. I mean, I'm not even really using the brush that I normally use, which, okay, when it comes to the topic about brushes and whether they matter, I think both the argument that brushes don't matter and do matter are like they both equally exist in being right. I think it's very important that if there's a certain technique you're trying to do, that the brush does matter. Because there are certain things you can achieve with a soft brush that you can't achieve with a hard edge brush. That's pretty obvious. So finding the brushes that work to make the method you want is important. So that's why my stance on that topic is that brushes are important, but they can also not really be too much, because not every single brush is gonna automatically make the art the best thing ever. You still need the techniques and stuff and know exactly what you want to do with the brush to get the full extent of what you want out of it, basically. But yeah, my favorite brush is to use the Monobrush. That's the one I usually actually use. I don't know why I was using the mapping brush. It was making things look difficult. But the Monobrush kind of has like a texture to it already. I don't see it on there. But I think this brush belongs to the name of the artist is failing me right now, but I will post it in the in the description. Post the link. Okay. And I spend too much time on making the eye perfect, because I'm always like I need to make the eye perfect. Eyes are the reason why I wanted to start out with eyes is because eyes are my faces in general are my favorite things to draw, because I like drawing expressions. I like drawing characters. So the expression is everything, and eyes are everything to me. Like, if the eyes don't look enticing, then I feel like I failed the picture. So this is just like a common regular eye. This doesn't belong to any of my characters. This isn't like a specialized eye. I was thinking of using my character Kiara's for an example, but I can do his eye afterwards or something like that. But I like little like flirty eyes, and that's what Kiara's have. So now I'm going to attempt to color this in the way that I saw these. But what I'm gonna do is try to take how I normally color eyes and use them as like a attempted benchmark for it. Did I say that right? Did I use the right word? Benchmark? Okay. So I usually start out with when it comes to colors, I am not necessarily the good person to ask when it comes to like color palettes and stuff, because I just don't. I understand it to a degree in my head, but like actually trying to explain it to someone else is like not. It's not something I'm capable of doing, or rather, it's something that will probably take me a lot more stammering and confusion to do. So, okay, so I'm taking a look at their eyes. It's kind of like painty style. So, first I'm gonna okay, let me actually lock this so that it when I start blending and stuff, it doesn't go off all crazy. So one of my other favorite brushes, oh my gosh, wait, one of my other favorite brushes. Okay, well, the K Blender, I use this on skin. This is like one of my favorite brushes to use in terms of like shading skin. But my go-to is the Flatbrush Blender. I just like the smoothness that you get from it. The K-Brush Blender is good for if you're coloring like boobs and like let me see. Can I show you? See, it kind of softens it a little bit too much. So I don't really use it when I'm coloring eyes that often. But if you look at what I'm trying to sort of get from the, I guess the softness of it should make sense. But this is supposed to be like a blend of their technique and my own. So the things that I like about this is the softness and the shininess, but I also like how these eyes are defined and glowy. I'm not good with words and descriptions. Let's see if I can clip mask and then paint over this. There is something I do like to do. Instead of like the coloring it solidly like that, I use an airbrush here so that you can keep the black of the line art, but also, oh, it's set to multiply, that's why it's not having the effect. But yeah, as you can see, it's not really intensely changing the color. And then if you want, you can like also color pick. I love color picking. Color picking is like the saving grace. But also it seems like, let's see, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna duplicate them. I happen to do this a lot where I'll take and duplicate my layer and then I'll merge it. That's so that I can like, because I don't want to, I do a lot of like changes and stuff, and I do a lot of painting over, so I like to keep what I had before. So I'll just like put it in a folder and forget about it, and then merge this so that I can do my experiment. I kind of take the method I learned in Gravity Dusty's class, where you just kind of like put a little color on the eyelid and then kind of center around it. One thing I like to do is, like, instead of just using the white, even though sometimes I will just put a little white blob on the eyelashes, I'll put a color around it, because the color makes the white, well, at least for my eyes, it makes it more profound, makes you pay attention more. Even like with these in this picture, and then here in this picture as well, like the white is okay, or at least the way I looked at it, it's okay, because I ended up doing like the chromatic aberration, so the red and the blue around it makes it pop, stand out, without me doing the whole extra, I think, extra color here that I did. But yeah, actually painting directly onto the eyelashes is something I don't really do, so I'm trying to see how that would work. Oh, and I love square brushes. Square paint brushes. I like the texture of it, and so I'm trying my best. And then when it comes to the irises, usually I think people don't really do this. Like, they probably would go for coloring the blob in this way. I probably should have colored it myself before I did that. Like, colored it before I merged them. But we're going into this completely blind, so part of the study is to experiment, so not having a plan on how to do this is, like, I guess, okay. So let's see, the colors around this area. This is looking kind of nice to be painted. Okay, let me try to do the thing with the eyelids. Oh, another thing I love using, as you can see, is the dark pencil. No, I just feel like I can use it better than like just using the regular G pen. It's like a hard edge, but also soft the way I have it, but I don't think the settings I have are any different from the, what is it, the natural? The one you get by default. So, okay. So I'm gonna try. I like the softness of this. So I'm gonna attempt to see what that looks like first before I like decide on whether I want to do that. Wait, oh no, I gotta merge them. There we go. See, now it's okay to use the Blender one here. But I wonder if I did that. Let's see. I sometimes do this in the eyelids. Just like that little white rim at the edge of the eye sometimes. This kind of looks a little strange when I stare at it up here. Okay. Another thing, I guess is the problem of always trying to make things perfect. It doesn't need to be too perfect because up there the eyes are very painty in the first place, so making them clean, too clean would probably be gotta love my eye shine. Okay. Maybe if we wanted to add some like texture to the eyelashes, you can use, if you have like a, well, this is low blend, but you can also do like I have that in two places. A flat bristle type brush. Yeah. To give some type of texture to your eyelash. But okay, so the thing that also is good is like what oh, trying to mix the black back in. Okay, so I have that back. I'm gonna switch back to this. And then if I wanted to do special like eyelashes, just have them go opposite sides. Ugh. Okay. Another thing that I commonly do is, you see these like red around the eyes here? Yeah, I like doing that to try to define it, but since these are soft edges, instead of soft edge eyes, you should use like a light pencil and then also blur it so that it has that little thing. I don't know how to explain that in terms of like color choices, just that the warm versus cold. Warm versus cold looks nice. That's Doki's language. It looks nice. So, okay. With this, I'm gonna attempt to pick a color that will, since we're trying to make this have the glossy effect, I'm guessing if I pick something that's more bolder, and then blur. And then you take this and then try to, oh my gosh, the wrong color. And then we also put it here. So we can try to get the shine going on at the eye. Okay, this part is more like my technique that I do with my own eyes. So, I try to put like a ring around them. Oh, it's nice. Oh, that looks nice. It's looking glossy like I want it. Let's try. To bring that rim in, because I also do that with my eyes as well. And yes, at the end of the, well, not the end of the video, but like I'll link as many of the clip brushes as I can in the description, so if you want to try them yourself, you can. I have a lot, as you can see. That's not even like the pinnacle. I have so many. I've fallen into the curse of, oh, there's so many at my disposal, let me use them all. Even though I don't use them all. But, yeah, okay. So, what they do is they color inside of them. My favorite thing in eyes is the eyeshadow. So, let's see. Now that we're at this point, and this is like a blue eye. Now, there's two things I could do. So I'm gonna make 2 layers. Well, make 1 layer. And we're gonna do it here. The shine here is usually like something really bright, but a color that's kind of off. Still in the same bracket, but kind of off. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Now I'm just kind of experimenting because I normally, you can do like kind of swirly stuff in the eyes and stuff. Anything to try and make it look more stylized. Depending on the character, some characters might have special like eyes for themselves. So I like art that does that with the characters. I've always wanted to like make really pretty design eyes. So let's try. Oh no, let me raising. Try and blur it on the edges and see how that does. Okay. I think that's okay. And then the other thing I was gonna do was like this. Take it and then I could just do the color from one, but I'm gonna play it with turn the saturation up on it. It's not really doing what I want. Though that's kind of where I was going with this. So let me change this. But yeah, you know, pink looks good with blue. So isn't that the color it was before? Doki, what are you doing? Testing different things. If I did that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, okay. And so this one's like that and this one's like this. Now I'm gonna do the thing that I talked about, where you can like color around it. That's me making my own sort of chromatic aberration on it. But I see they did something like add a little sparkle here. To do something more shiny. Sometimes I will take the brush and like, what is it called? The opacity, the neutral, invert opacity, this thing, whatever this thing is called that makes the colors kind of bricky. Like, oh my gosh, help. I don't understand words. Where you don't have a color, it's kind of like an eraser, but it's not. It's transparent. I think that's what I mean. But yeah, I use that instead of an eraser because I might want the texture of the brush that I'm using to be to translate to what I'm drawing. So instead of using the eraser, it seems like they kind of paint the eyelashes. It'd probably be better if I like use the color of the eyelashes like they did, or rather in this case probably the lighter color. Does that look okay? Kind of looks like it's hard to please my eyes with color. I don't know if I liked what I just did or if I made it worse. Sometimes it really do be like, I liked what I did, and then it's like, oh no, I botched it up. It's ugly. It's unfixable. But I'm sure every artist goes through that. So now it doesn't look that crazy. But I don't think I really like the bright colors too much on the eyelashes. Another thing I like to do is define this over here. And just because this keeps bothering me, that it's like this, go back down here and like, yeah. So we got it. Kind of, yeah. And then you can like add your own textures into it if you want to. One thing I don't master is like trying to go through and like make my own textures. Should I? Can I do something like both of these? Okay. I ended up merging them because I like the color they make when they're together. And then let's see. And then grab the green and then try to make the shine over here. I'm getting the effect that I want. It's like nothing like what these eyes are. But the point is to try and make the eyes like how I make them, but like sort of like what? Examining theirs and like trying to incorporate it in my own. Yeah, this was looking kind of really pretty. Let me get a closer look. Yeah, it's very painty up close, but then when you're far back, it looks very adorable. Oh, it looks way nice farther away. Yeah, never zoom in on my art. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna take all of these, merge them. Well, I'm gonna duplicate them first, then I'm gonna merge them. Put all of these into a folder. And now, this is the result we are left with. So, let's see. Kind of do stylize things like stars and stuff. So, let's see. Let me make another layer. The layer queen. If I do something, let's see, if I take the color here, I kind of I'm just going in and trying to make more depth in the eye. It's like the Doki, they won't see that if it's far away. I don't know, for some reason my brain thinks it'll look better far away if there are enough like details. But Okay. And now my other moves. Let's see. My other moves. Merge. And then I do this at every ending of my, like, every drawing end. I use overlay. And then I duplicate this again. And then I do this. Gotta see, does it work with all of my skills? I take this down to 0. And then I rasterize it. Then we go over here. I do convert brightness to opacity. So now it's like this. Then I take that down as well. But I also make it a color. So in this case, I usually either use like purple or I'll use like red. Certain small occasions I've made it like blue. And then other times I've also made it like yellow. I do like it more this yellow color though. So I'm probably gonna leave this one. And merge all of those. And what? Oh wait, no. We have to make another trusty layer. Oh, wait. Oh gosh. Ooh. And then tone curve. This is something I recently started doing. Okay. And now soft light. What of me? It's like, what changed? I don't know. Depends, because sometimes it works out and it changes. Like a lot of my art is like experimental things that I try out. It may or may not have a major large difference in the end. But if I'm like, oh yeah, the colors look cool, then I suppose I gained a W for that art session. Otherwise it's like, oh no, you got an L. That thing's ugly. Also, I'm very much not shy to edit it, even though I have like merged the layers together. That is why I said what I said earlier about my files being like so many merged layers upon other layers. You get a whole time lapse inside of the PSD clip file because I keep duplicating and merging layers. But it's kind of hard when people want the layers separated because it's like, oh no, my process involves merging layers a lot. or even drawing directly on one layer, because sometimes I don't like doing line art. Yeah, that eye is really pretty. I like it. What if I play with some gradients? Oh, I have so many gradients, which I also use a lot in all my art. Oh, that's really pretty. Looking for a particular gradient set though to test. Let's see. The ones with the ranged amount of colors are the ones I normally tend to use, instead of the ones that are similar in color, because it doesn't really make that much of a dynamic difference. What if I did this? Oh yeah, that just like, okay. Oh, I like that. Some things are better left without the gradient. So, yeah. I think this is where I'll end this one for now. I'm probably going to do another one focusing on faces in general, and I'll tackle the eyes again in there as well. But this is all the time I have for this one. And I would say I did try something new. A study with eyes. I normally just wing it when I'm drawing, so yeah, this was nice. If there's anything that you want to see or want me to try studying with me or want me to study it too, I am open for suggestions. And oh gosh, please. I would love suggestions. So, yeah. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end if you did. And I'll see you in the next study with Doki, or the next video of whatever I decide to upload. Thank you for watching, and goodbye!